Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in. My name is Ice Cold Brew, and I'm going to be your commentator broadcaster for this evening. I got to make sure my other mic is turned off, and of course, we got to make sure the lights are on. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are back into the first week of the new season for Cross Progression League. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting off strong with C3-GC1, a level I have played at and got bodied in, but a level I'm very familiar with when it comes to gameplay, when it comes to that style, finesse, and that level of comfortability you're going to start seeing from these folks. We are starting up with two new rosters I've been very excited to watch and witness. Names, of course, being familiar, such as Storm465 and Sundowning on Key-Clique and Sundowning on Solstice, respectively. It is an exciting matchup going on. We're actually got everyone here ready to go. So with that in mind, we have everyone in the lobby ready to watch, ready to play, and of course, I am ready to get this action going. It's going to be an incredible matchup. We're going to have a best of 5 once again for a Cross Progression League. Just want to make sure. All right, there we go. We got both teams ready to play. And the wonderful good luck. I do want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors for this season, Solar Path, Boost Overball Podcast, Krusty Crew Gaming, Tishshock Gaming as well, and Shafted Esports for being the sponsors for this new season of Cross Progression League. All these teams contributing, all these organizations contributing to that prize pool for every team. $300 at the top of Tier 1. Another $200 for the Tier 2 squads. Tier 3 is going to be at $150. I believe Tier 4 is $100. First goal going to Sundowning over in the blue for Solstice. Incredible shot for him. Just finds that opening. Storm465 just a bit behind the ball. A little bit too slow to catch up. And unfortunately will be dusted. Noted. Welcome on into the chat as well. Good to see you in for the season opener as well. Storm going to find a center for someone, but 50 Killer is going to be playing the pitch right now with Sundowning on the background. Brody playing the backfield as well. Just looking for some openings for their squad. Sundowning, great backboard play. It's going to try and find some space, but it's going to be RVX Quippy on the side of Click, able to find a chance to continue this pressure. Storm looking for that opening. That ball's going to roll across the net. Really thought it was about to hit the bar. Unable to break through the post. Brody taking flight. No boost. Goes to challenge. Storm gets bumped. Gets the demo, but loses track of the ball in the smoke and flames. Like the look, though. Brody back with a vengeance. Back from the grave. Dead man, wake up. Ball set up for Sundowning. What a beautiful shot from Brody. Great kickoff over to the right side of the post, and Sundowning, a beautiful angle to drop this ball down, takes advantage and gets that 2-goal lead. I feel like it's going to be a lot of what we want to see at the C3-GC1 level at Tier 4. It's going to be a few moments here as both teams at this level, what you're really looking for, it's a bit more mechanical prowess, a bit more comfort in the air at this level. And with that comes just being used to attacking specific angles. If you can utilize that mid lane, if you can continue to utilize that chance to drive that ball down the center for your squad, that provides so many openings, it provides so many opportunities for you to score. I love this fake from 50 Killer, who's going to break the ankles of his defender at the very final moments. I believe that was Storm trying to fight for his life. Key-Clique coming up a little short. And now back to the kickoff. Storm wins out on this one. Director was able to predict that too. Peach looks for an opening. It's going to be Sundown with the opening from 50 Killer. Can't really get a nice angle to cut through. Sadly, Sundowning is going to miss out on his meds. If you know what sundown syndrome is, congratulations. You also work the mental health field, and I apologize for the stress that brought to you. It's going to be Peach taking flight, countered by Sundown. Brody tries to beat Quippy, but Quippy is fairly quick on the ball. Sadly, not able to convert on this run as we have a 3-goal difference going halfway through game 1 right now. 2 goals from Sundowning. We saw a beautiful cut from 50 Killer as well. Now 50 trying to find Brody to try to get Brody involved in the mix, but sadly will fall short. Brody, again, just falling short just a little bit. That ball gets cleared a bit too far upfield. Will be 50 to the half-court line. 50 down center line, tries to dunk down. Peach booms it off and away. It's just trying to find some breathing room. Key-Clique has some nice looks on the aggressive side whenever they have a chance to push up in front of their opposition. Whenever they're on that blue side of the half, they're able to apply a lot of really well-timed pressure. However, when it comes to accuracy, it's just been a little bit short. Storm won't be able to find a pass off the backboard to Crippy, who is going to smash into the wall, sadly. It's going to be Peach firing at the net, drops it back to Storm. Brody comes up to help him out. 50 over into the corner. It's going to be an opportunity for Brody to get himself on the board, but Peach is going to say it's not just ripe for you yet. Off the backboard, Crippy. Upfield, counter by 50. Down the center line, on the backboard once again for Peach. Ball dropped towards Storm. Brody's just a bit faster, gets a nice double tap. And that's Brody picking up his first goal off of, I believe, 2 assists now at this point in time. And now is at, I believe, 75% goal participation for this game. Key-Clique may just be, as noted as said in chat, may just be warming up. Sometimes you got to take that loss. You have to know where your opponent's going to be playing at in order to match that speed or even better, come up with a game plan on what to do. It's going to be a question of adaptability going into game 2. Brody over to 50. 50 gets countered, pinched off the post. Ball back towards center. Storm booms away. One aspect I would like to see. Oh, that might be it. That might be a chance. No, Peach! Sadly, just a bit too soon. Nice aerial bump from Peach. I went to take a pause to get some hair out of my eyes, but Peach with the Peach Fuzz will blind and take out Brody on the air bump. And while it may be the last goal of this game 1, it will at least leave an impression on SFG Solstice. Now, ball drop down center. Brody once again look for his teammates. And double commit from Solstice will break down and hit the crossbar. Storm puts it onto the backboard. 50. Same place, same time. Same bat time, same bat place. Sundowning looking for a little help. Can't get the pinch with his teammate. However, that will be enough for them to take this game 1. A 3-goal difference. Oh, I thought Brody had 2 assists. That's on me. Brody with the 50% goal participation, though. And Sundowning standing out strong on this one, too. Just helping out the team as much as he can. I mean, look at these stats, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible, overwhelming pressure from SFG Solstice. Clique trying to find their moments here and there. We're trying to break through that defense as often as they can. However, we're unable to really do so. And a big question of that was accuracy. I mean, you see Peach with 3 shots, and only one of them was able to go through, and that's because he made space for himself. He went in and got the bump on his opposition, and that's what led to that chance for the team to pick up and get their first goal. Now, they got the final goal. I have a personal philosophy. If you get the last goal, you're going to get that starting run going for you going into the next game, and that's going to be so important for that momentum. Getting that focus going, getting that chance moving up. And so with that in mind, let's get into this game 2. Let's see if Peach is going to be able to pull the rest of the team, get them more involved on these scoring opportunities. As we have Spud Samuel joining the pitch now and making a strong first impression. Beautiful goal from him. Spud Samuel finds the opening and strikes first and strikes true, making me correct. Great read off the kickoff, and now with another chance. Spud Samuel, oh, cut down by 50 Killer. 50 Killer! Close shot will go over to Peach. Peach going to try to cut down Brody, tries to cut the ball back. Brody tries to react a bit too quickly, but that ball is just sailing past him. 50 Killer sends the ball down, over to Storm. Storm looking for a place in the corner, trying to find a pass out to Peach, but Peach isn't in a good spot. It's going to be Brody picking up a demo, picking up the ball. Nice 50 from Spuds. Spuds playing backcourt. Has to play the 50, has to play the back line. Peach comes back from the grave, gets the save. And nice 50 as well. That ball screaming towards the neck. Sundowning forced to put that ball onto the backboard. Awkward waterfall, but it works out in the long run. Sundowning gets 50 again. Spuds. You can mash them, stick them, boil them, put them in a stew. He's going to be anywhere and work any way to make sure they maintain this lead, to maintain that pressure. Beautiful shot from Spuds. Off the pass from Peach. That's going to find that opening. Just bangs it all the way upfield. Sundowning tries to react in time, but just a bit too slow. Great redirect from Peach to Spuds. And now Storm trying to get involved. Brody able to pick up the save. Bit of a reverse here as SFG Solstice haven't really been able to find that momentum that they had in game one. Key-Clique, on the other hand, continuing to find openings, and a lot of this has been because of that inclusion of Spud Samuel. Breakdown on defense. Sundowning trying to put it far side post. A little bit too slow. 50 Killer at the half-court line. Cuts the ball down. Woody's going to pick this one up. Tries to redirect. Oh, it's a back pass. Is that enough for them? Waterfall down out of the corner. Back towards center. Demo from Spuds. Storm upfield. Goes challenge. Puts it across. 50 Killer. Gets cut down by Sundowning, who comes in trying to get some momentum back for the team. He was the prime scorer in game one. Almost the prime scorer here, too. Tried to steal from Brody, but knew Peach was coming up behind him and tried to block that block. But instead, made like a pair of Legos and got stepped on. Now, Sundowning. Ooh, bit of a breakdown, but that might be enough to open it up for 50 Killer. The softest touch in the world to find the setup. Brody skims the ball, gets it away from the defense, and that's enough for 50 to lock on target. Pressure mounting up for SFG Solstice at this later half of the game. And that breakdown in defense is a prime example of what Solstice needs to continue to do, what led them to that game one victory. Ball on target, though. Spud Samuel with the hat trick. Hats off to him. He's just going to drop this ball right over the defense. 50 Killer just a bit short on the vertical. Got to work on those pyrotechnic exercises, bud. Ball slowed down. Spuds is going to carry this one up the wall, goes for a pinch, drop it down center. Storm can redirect. Tries to put it inside the net. 50 Killer can't go through. Peach rising up, looks for their first goal of this game two. Won't be able to find this one. Just a bit too close to the goalpost. Hail Mary, Storm 465 looking to try to become the Cleveland Browns. Won't be able to do so. Storm dusted. The reference I'm trying to make here is he was punting. Punts. As 50 Killer picks this ball up, takes it out of the corner, off the ceiling. He's going to try and drop it down the half-court line. Spuds redirects to Peach. Peach opts not to go for the boost, but that might be a mistake as 50 is going to be able to walk away with a nice little 100 in hand. Will that be enough? 70 seconds left to go. Storm top shelf, top bins and in. Brody trying to get the setup to 50 killer. 50 just a step behind. Storm, great read of the situation. That's more of what you want to see, too, at this level. You want your players to understand ball movement, what direction it's going to go. I don't need to pay attention to the ball. I need to pay attention to where my opponent is going to place it. And then I need to counter that placement in some way. You see it when that pressure is building up for a team. You see it when there are these counter touches again and again. When that ball's in front of the net, when you dunk down on your opponent and strike home. Peach now making their appearance. First goal for them in this game, too. Second goal of the series. Beautiful goal. Great dunk. Awkward positioning on the side of Solstice, too, because the unfortunate part here was he got the save, which could have gone right past him. He got that save. However, it just wasn't a clean touch. It wasn't safe enough. Ball got killed in front of the net, and that just leaves you in a bad position. Just like that. What a fake from 50 killer. Pulls the defense away, pulls them out of position. Spud Samuel wasn't ready. Foundation flip. Sundowning trying to keep this team alive. 3-goal difference, though. 36 seconds left. 12 seconds to go. Not a lot of time to be messing around here. They're going to find their momentum. They need to score right now. 50 killer. Sends the ball down, over to Brody. Brody tries to pick it up, send it away, but Peach has the 50. Brody on that backline demo. However, 50 killer is out of the play. Playing a bit too safe, but may just be focusing on trying to keep that momentum going for game 3. Series will be tied 1-1 at the end of this as that ball hits the ground. Key-Clique taking game 2. And in impressive fashion as well, it was Spud Samuel's appearance. Able to take that ball away from, able to take that possession, able to take control of that team, and have them break down at that very opening start. Samuel's appearance with that first goal really shifted that momentum in their favor and made it especially difficult for SFG Solstice to keep this game under control. So now we head into game 3, series tied 1-1. Pardon me, I was clicked out of the screen. Brody, close shot, wants to make his first goal loud and proud. Try to pull away that momentum. They got the last goal in the previous game. Sundowning taking out Peach is going to be a chance for him to send that ball off the backboard. 50 in the right spot. No, he hits off the backboard as well. Brody has to play safe. Doesn't want to give up this ball. Ooh. Unfortunately, will do so. That ball getting knocked up high into the air. He challenges here, tries to get it under control, instead puts it back, and that provides Peach a perfect opening to drive it inside. Peach, incredible goal for him. Continuing this momentum going forward. It's going to be a fake kickoff on the second kickoff. Spud Samuel, though, won't be able to make much of it after he gets demoed. Nice 50 from Sundowning. They're trying to put a little bit more pressure, trying to cut down any possessions from Key-Clique. However, Key-Clique's done a great job of reacting and planning around these challenges, around these touches from Solstice so far. Even when Solstice had all the pressure in a previous game, they couldn't really make much of it. It felt very similar to how Key-Clique was in game 1. A lot of a breakdown in momentum. Brody takes this ball up to the side, really wanted to keep it under control. However, Spud Samuel went up the wall, and their third man was just a bit too far away. Spud got the carry, gets countered immediately by Brody. Good follow-up in order to shut down that possession, keep them under control. Storm tries to get the bump on Sun. Brody puts into the corners, looking for 50. Storm picks up the ball, gets countered immediately. Ball sailing out. Can Brody beat him? Close. Another challenge from Sundowning. Forced to 50 into the corner once more. 50 killer. 50 killer just trying to get in the way, trying to keep this ball in the corner, and just looking for moments where he can find a center. Brody gets knocked out of the play. Good aerial defense from Key-Clique. Brody. Look for a drop. No real follow-up here. Ball behind. Peach upfield. Brody counters. Good cut. Has the carry. Needs one more touch. It's going to go back to 50. Past the 50-yard line. Spud Samuel steps back. Storm just off target, and Peach wants a body, finds a ball. Once a ball finds a body instead. Ball in front of the net. Sundowning needs to get some power behind this one. Teardrop shot. Peach will get the double tap. No need for any assistance. Peach is going to put the team on the back himself, and he's going to carry them to victory here. Second goal for Peach in this Game 3, fourth so far in the series. And again, they've been able to continue this momentum. Just a bit of breakdown too. Caught out without a lot of boost on that play, and unable to react in time to the continuous looks from the opposition. Ball, unfortunate bounce. It's going to be Peach picking up this one. Great challenge from him. Immediately sees that that ball is floating a bit too long across the midline and strikes first before the killer can make away with his score. The stream also sponsored by Sore Throat Tea. Tastes like licorice. I actually kind of like it. Sundowning tries to carry the ball over. Goes for a short air carry. Will be cut down, and Samuel's going to pick up that save. It's going to be Brody taking off the sidewall. Miscalculation on the bounce. Sundowning upfield. Down center. Looking on target. However, it's just a bit too far outside. Storm cuts the ball down, carries it away. 50. Doesn't like the touch he just made. Tries to overcorrect. Brody. Carry. Flip reset. One more. Tries to fake it, but Storm's going to wait patiently at the baseline. 80 seconds left to go, and not a lot of time to mount a comeback if you are SFG Solstice for this Game 3. So far, I'm 1 for 2. If a team scores last, they're the one who score first. Key-Clique proved me right. Game 2 right now. Solstice proved me wrong. Sundowning carrying the ball towards his corner. Storm. Boom and clear. Brody chasing after it. Gets a deflection off the backboard. Peach goes up. Puts it back center. Storm might cut it off in time. No. Spuds tries to put it back center for the team. Misses out on his chance. Ball carried upfield. Sundowning needs one more touch, trying to keep it alive. They want to get at least one more goal, at least to have some momentum for Game 4. It will be match point no matter what at this point in time for Key-Clique, who has had an impressive start from Game 2 into Game 3 now. Sundowning, 1v1 against Storm, wants to pick up the carry. 50. Goes for the follow-up, gets cut down by Storm again. You cannot get out of those hurricane force winds. That is the defense of Storm. Incredible defensive effort from him in order to prevent that forward momentum from SFG Solstice. Now with 3 saves on the docket. Sundowning won't be able to go through. 4 saves for Storm. 2 saves for Spud Samuel, but the highlight player for this one has been Peach. He started that momentum shift in Game 1 by getting the final goal for his squad. And then from there, he moved on to get assists to Spud Samuel, who made his impression. Storm picked up a goal as well. Peach picked up a goal too. And then at the end of the day, a hat trick for Peach put them in the lead here, now on match point for this team. Coming into game 4 now, match point for Key-Clique, SFG Solstice. They had incredible pressure in game 1, however, unable to maintain that pressure now. It's going to be a difficult position for them. 50 Killer tries to cut this ball down, but it's going to be high off the backboard. Sun, keeping on that orange side of the pitch, goes up to challenge Peach. Instead, has to wait. Nice 50 off the sidewall. Wody looking for a follow-up. Towards 50. 50 gets countered by Storm. Storm has played in a style I really appreciate, which he has played the reliable third man, has played for well-timed 50s in order to keep this momentum in their favor, in order to halt that forward momentum from Solstice, and it's left them struggling for the most part, as Peach is going to fire this ball upfield. First minute gone by, neither team has scored yet, which is a rare occasion in this series. 50 Killer drops the ball down. It's going to sail across the net. Back into the corner. Goes for a bump on Storm. Won't find him. Like that aggressive look from 50. Can he cut this ball down in time? Able to put it upfield to the orange corner. Wody looking for a center. Sundowning has enough boost. Has the target, but it's a bit too soft. Good counter touch. Pops it back over. Forces Storm into an awkward position with no boost in the tank. Peach on the pickup. Tries to anticipate the cut from Sun. Won't find a chance here. It's going to be upfield instead. Sundowning down center line. Drive to 50 Killer. 50 on target. Unable to find a goal in that third game. 50 Killer is going to drag this team to the finish line by hook or by crook. Aggressive playstyle winning out in favor of Solstice on this run. It's going to be Wody dropping the ball to Sundowning. Sundowning a little bit too late on that jump. Cannot blame him. It came out pretty fast. 50 trying to defend. Just wants to keep this ball under control. Sun is looking for Brody. Brody is looking for the ball. Ball drops center. 50. Oh, gets 50'd. Wody going upfield. Peach is going to take this one off and away. Good pickup from Sun. Tries to cut it down. Just a bit too much distance on that initial touch. Another punch once again. Ball towards the net. It's just outside the box. Hits the crossbar. Goes around the woodwork. Bump on 50. But Wody is now in a 2v2 with Sundowning supporting. Spud's going to save this one. 50 playing the back line. Don't like that rotation, if I'm being honest. Could just be my own personal bias. Ball across the net. 50 looking for a piece of it. Sundowning looking to Brody. Brody, can you finish the job? Nay. Brody is going to be taken out. 50 Killer on target. Oh, denied by Storm. Sundowning up high. That's a waterfall down in front of the net. Brody goes to dive. Gets blinded by some peaches. Sundowning in front of the net. Denied once again. 50 has 3 good looks. Got denied on 2 of those looks so far. Storm tries to counter touch. Trying to set it up for the opening gambit. 50 Killer redirect. Puts onto the backboard for the squad. Not enough. And another punch once again. Punts. Wody. Down the center line. Just looking to maintain possession here. Back pass to Peach. Cut down very quickly. I think that was 50 Killer who challenged. Ball across. Peach just a bit late on the jump. Wody back pass to Sun. Sun back to Brody. Oh, I love that look though. Great pickup here. It's going to be Wody taking flight off the side of the wall. Just a 1-goal difference, less than a minute to go. So far, defensively, SFG Solstice has done an incredible job maintaining momentum, maintaining pressure. Redirect from Sundowning. He's going to head off the backboard. Squeezed out like a pimple by Bud Samuel. A little help from Storm. Bloody almost jumped for that, but Sun called him off. Now trying to drop this ball in front. Bloody's going to get his number called. He's going to cash in for his second goal. Great momentum shift here for this team. First 50 killer picking up that first goal after a lot of silence from him. And now Bloody able to pick up a great goal. Sundowning is going to pick up a third for the team off of a scuffed kickoff, truthfully. Spud sails right past the ball. And that's just going to guarantee we're going to get a Game 5 on Champions Field now. It's going to be tied 2-2 at the end of this. And now to see if Key-Clique can prove me right earlier. Find some momentum for Game 5. Try to keep this game under control. 50 killer. Picks up the ball. Down and away. Wody. Drops it down. Ball upfield. Storm going to pick this one up. Going to send it over to Peach. Peach tries to drop it to Storm, but it's a bit late. Instead, Sundowning with the pop-up after the fake from Brody. Bump on last man. Ball towards the crossbar. Will not go. It's going to be SFG Solstice taking Game 4 by 3 goals, but for 4 minutes straight, they held them at 1. 15 shots. They are 20% accurate in this game, folks. Only 1 shot on the side of Key-Clique. KC just unable to find any forward momentum there, and it felt weird. It felt awkward. It felt unsure. And I feel like a lot of that momentum was stolen from them throughout the game. And so with that in mind, I know we have RVX Crippy currently sitting in the lobby. He is the sub for the team. He could make an audible call and try to switch out here. Spud Samuel was the right call earlier. However, he only picked up 4 saves. He wasn't really able to find a lot for momentum. Peach was striking at the net previously, but couldn't find any chances for themselves here. Makes it extremely difficult for this team. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get ready for Game 5. As something just happened. Took it a little bit longer than I liked. Storm winning out on kickoff here. It's going to go to Spud Samuel, who's going to put it to the side. Now with that in mind, Key-Clique didn't get a lot of that momentum in Game 4. They were struggling a little bit, so they could have taken that little bit of extra time to chat in the meantime. And that left a lot to be asked for previously. Again, they only had 1 shot total. They were caught saving more often than not. I believe it was 12, 13 saves, 11 maybe. As Peach is going to try and find an opening at Spud Samuel. Spuds was in the right place. Sadly, too many bodies to make a difference here. It's going to be another double tap opportunity for Brody. He's going to drop this one down and in. Beautiful carry. Gets that nice flip right off the wall. Hits it up high. Peach and the last man were just in awkward positions. Brody takes that first goal for Solstice. For momentum going again to Solstice. It's going to be 50 killer winning out here. Could it just be that the team that scores first wins in the end? Because that is what happened for 4 games. The team that scored first just ended up winning at the end of the day. That could very well be the case here. As Sundowning finds an opening to Brody, who's going to score once again. Michael Bay level of explosions happening behind him as he drops this ball center, and Brody gets in the perfect position to feed. Was ready for that train to come out the tunnel. Catches it just in time. Brody, nice little pop-up. Storm's going to be a little bit late. Tries to get in the way, but that momentum shift once again cuts him down. Sundowning with a low 50 gets the assist to Brody. And a little friendly bump. A little butt pat, you know. A little GG, a little good game. Already on the fourth kickoff. 90 seconds haven't even gone by yet. 50 Killer takes flight, puts on to the left side. Trying to drop it in front of the net. With how much time we have left, Key-Clique can take this momentum shift. They can find their space. They can find their beat here. However, the difficult part I am seeing is just possession. I feel like they're giving up the ball too quickly now. And the way they are getting counter-touched by their opposition has left them wanting. Peach drops this ball down. Great cut on Brody. Storm taken out by Sundowning. That's going to provide an opening, so Peach has to kick this ball hard into the opposite corner. Storm back from the grave, gets a flick. 50 tries to go for a 2-for-1 deal. Sadly, Black Friday is in fact over. Spud Samuel looking for a double tap, looks for a setup to Peach, but it's not going to be enough. Sundowning upfield to Brody. Back to 50. Just a miss on the communication there. Won't be able to go to him on that play. But I like that look, and to me, that type of play, that type of style, trying to redirect when you're already upfield, speaks confidence. However, Peach is going to instill confidence back in the team. What a tight angle. Has 50 in the way. Skirts it right past and puts it into the far side. Lucky Pixel to roll it back up into the net. Who else than Peach to carry this team through? It's going to be Storm dropping the ball. Buys time for Spuds to get that save. Sundowning off the backboard. A little bit of help from Peach as well, as now Peach is going to bang that ball away. It's going to be Brody. Quick reaction time. Sees Sundowning. He's going to block. It's going to be a beautiful save from Spud Samuel, who's going to scream away. No, Sundowning. Cuts down any form of momentum this team may have had. Can Spud Samuel get there in time? Storm fires once again. Spuds tries to go for the bump, but low on boost, not even supersonic. Needs to go collect his 7 rings. I'm sorry, the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Pinch off the backboard is going to hit back across half-court line with 75 seconds left to go. It's a 2-goal difference. It's very possible that Key-Clique and Solstice could head into an OT game here as Spud Samuel. A little bit of a team bump. Peach, low on boost, low on time. Keeps possession going. A nice little feed to Storm, cut down by 50 Killer. Spud Samuel won't be able to win out on this one. And a low 50 for 50 Killer, but Storm is just a bit better. Great read of the situation. 45 seconds left to go. Peach is in a 1v2, trying to slow down the play, trying to keep possession under control. They're trying not to become the Cleveland Browns. We are not the Cleveland Browns. It's going to be 50 Killer in front of the net. Brody goes to fire. Spud Samuel with the save. 30 seconds left to go. Pinch off towards center. Peach just a bit too late. Tries to drop this ball down, wants to find a midfield feed for his team. Key-Clique struggling a little bit. Back pass to Peach. 15 seconds. If they score, they need to score now. If they want to have any chance of getting a game 5 OT, 10 seconds left to go. Ball in front of the net. No one's around. That's the nail in the coffin, ladies and gentlemen. Where there was an opportunity, the man with Killer in his name will kill any chances you got of a comeback. 50 Killer putting the stamp on this one. Now that ball is going to take flight. It's going to be Peach dropping this one down, and that's going to be game, set, and match, ladies and gentlemen. SFG Solstice has won their first series of Season 4 of Cross Progression League, sponsored by the wonderful folks over at Boost Over Ball, over at T-Shock Gaming, over at Shafted, over at Krusty Crew Gaming, over at Solar Path. There's your ad read. And folks, what an incredible matchup overall for these folks. I gotta say, I gotta pick my MVP of the match. I think both teams had incredible opportunities left and right. But truthfully, I think the nail in the coffin was that momentum shift. That beautiful build up from the incredible player Brody. If I remember how to do this again, jeez. Who had just an incredible time here. Brody. Oh, I apologize. That's 50 Killer's clip. I did want to get that final goal from 50 Killer because that was a great goal from him. Instead, I want to talk about his air dribble carry in Game 5. This was the start of Solstice going to close out the game. And honestly, Brody has just been there for the team the entire time, picking up assists left and right, helping everyone keep that forward momentum. And that entire shift for them kept this game under their control, and they were able to dominate the entire time. Brody with the MVP. But with that in mind, folks, thank you all so very much. I'm going to send these clips into your match thread if you were casted in this match, so you can have that for your own personal records. And of course, if y'all have been hanging out with me, I do have another match coming up in about 45 minutes. It's going to be for a different league entirely, so more on that later. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for checking this out. Leave a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscription, or a follow. I forget what it is nowadays. And of course, you want to check out the beautiful music made by this wonderful individual, Christopher Escalante, !track, or check out the linky in the description below in order to get information on how you can commission Chris to make you your own soundtrack for your broadcast. As always, if you enjoy what I do, if you enjoy the sound of my voice, please check Ko-fi, or check out that Ko-fi link and donate there. I currently have a cat who is recovering from breaking his paw, and it's in a cast, so any help sent my way is a huge help. Thank you all so very much. We're going to close out now and get ready to raid. See you soon.